Okay, continue with Kitzur. And we started the subject, preparing for a prayer. And we're on Siman 12 and Halacha number 3, CF3. Okay, so it is written in Kahelas 4:17. Guard your foot when you go to the house of God. The sages of the blessed memory expound this verse as an introduction regarding preparing oneself from prayer. Bracha story to 23a. Okay. Expanded that your feet in double quote, refers to orifices that are adjacent to the feet. Okay, so let's see, there is a commentary. Although the word in the verse is pronounced as raglecha, your feet, your foot, singular. According to tradition, it is written Reish Gimel Lamet Yud Hey with a Yud. Okay, so pronounced without Yud, but written with a Yud, which would normally read is Raglecha. Yes. Any question?
Yeah. So let's say this is the case, but let's say one is about to pray with a minyan, and he's not going to have another minyan unless he goes right now.
Yeah.
He still has to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it says when you want to go to the bathroom while you praying Shmona Esrei, it's abomination. So we don't do mitzvah via the avera. So mitzvah that is done through the avera is not mitzvah. It's not counted. It's not mitzvah. It's actually avera. So okay, so it says expanding your feet refers to orifices that adjacent to your feet. Okay, meaning that you have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, go ahead.
For example, let's say praying Amidah was a biblical mitzvah. Let's say, right?
Yeah.
So that we're allowed to break a rabbinic prohibition to do a biblical mitzvah or no?
No, if you're not set to, if you're not ready, so there are some requirements to do that. So and you're not complying with the requirements to go to the bathroom. I mean, but it's simple. It's not the only. It's a simple explanation. The person cannot concentrate. He will think, I wish they finished soon. I wish this. Can I hold another 5 minutes, or I have to go now? Maybe better I stop. So especially in the morning, like when you have your tefillin on, so you have to take off tefillin, and it takes time, and then so it's a big deal. Okay. Thus the verse is teaching that when going to the house of God, there is a synagogue. To pray, one must guard himself with respect to the needs of relieving himself. So it says he says clearly must. It's not. It's a good thing to do. It must. Therefore, one must check himself before prayers. To see if he does or does not need to relieve himself. Okay, and if he feels even a slight urge to relieve himself, it is forbidden for him to pray until he does so. So, I mean, that's the answer to the question. I'm going to read it again. And if he feels even slight urge to relieve himself, it is forbidden to him to pray until he does so. In addition, he is even forbidden to engage in Torah study as long as his body is in abominable state. So that's what we call it, abominable state. So let me just finish and we talk. Until he cleanses himself by relieving himself. So this cleansing himself, it's not I can relax myself. No. They call it a cleansing himself from all of these things. Go ahead.
Does the Shulchan Aruch say the same thing about eating? To go use the bathroom before you eat, or no?
Before you eat.
I think the Rambam says something like that. So that's why.
I would say before pronouncing the blessing, or before if you need to say Birchas Hamazon, and now you wanted to go you must go to the bathroom because Birchas Hamazon is a prayer. You have to Like Birchas Hamazon in many things, in many aspects, it's comparing to our Shmona Esrei. That's how serious it is. Yeah.
Understood.
Okay, so let's read the commentary. It says, commentary number 5. It is also forbidden to recall all of the other recite. I'm sorry. Okay, so he says, it is also forbidden to recite all other blessings or Shema. So okay, so you had a specific question for he wants to go eat, or he wants to, for example, he's thirsty, right? So I mean, if he has to go quickly to the bathroom, so he can go quickly to the bathroom. If he's so thirsty, so he cannot hold, he can say blessing on the water, whatever, drink, and then say Asher Yotzer after the bathroom. There is no problem. I mean, he can reverse the order. Okay, so
wait, a question about water. Now, I know that if we're not what's it called? If we're not thirsty, we don't have to make the bracha on water.
Yes.
That's because water isn't, we'll say, indulgent. It's not something that you.
It's there is no taste and there is no smell. So it's always like to quench thirst.
Yeah. Because what I would think is, for example, like how in the morning before Shabbos we're allowed to have like coffee or something.
Yes.
Because it's not for it's for another purpose. It's not for taste. It's not to actually eat. And so I thought maybe
it's for concentration. If it's going to help you to concentrate, so you're allowed according to all authorities.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking maybe the same goes for, let's say, something like coffee or milk. You don't have to make a bracha in certain situations. Because
No. What's that? These all other things you actually derive enjoyment from coffee, from milk. But with the water, you cannot. I mean, the water is water. Even some people say it's this water is tastier than that. Maybe they add something to the water, maybe some sugar, but it's not clean water. I mean, it's unless it's actually it's not true. Maybe like I remember like we were in a park, this national park, and this water tastes like different. Did I like it? Different. I don't know.
Oh, it's cool. But for when the Shulchan Aruch talks about chakras, doesn't it say that we're allowed to have, like, for example, coffee because we derive no enjoyment from that as well?
No, it's not. It's not about enjoyment. You can derive enjoyment from coffee before chakras, but your main goal, so you can concentrate on your prayer. Or in the summer, like if you're thirsty, so you woke up and you're thirsty, you want to drink something. So I mean, so you can talk, like you have a like dry throat, so you can drink. I mean, me personally, I'm trying never to drink, never ever. So that's why that's Shulchan Aruch said, because you're going to be a little humble, not a little, very humble. When people eat and drink, and so they become a little arrogant and stuff like that. Especially so in Shulchan Aruch it says. Mishnah Brura explains. They say do not add if you drink coffee without sugar and without milk. Don't make it like a rich, nice beverage. So if you need for caffeine to boost your energy, to open your eyes, black coffee is going to work. But they say if he cannot drink otherwise and stuff like that, so some lenient and they allowed sugar and the milk basically. Okay. But I say just in order to be humble, you can survive, and once you get used to it, there is no problem. Okay. So okay. So there is one more comment. When they comment on until he cleanse himself by relieving himself, so he cannot start praying until he cleanse himself. Okay. So it says, see above 4:1. Where it states that one who does not relieve himself upon feeling a pressing need also violate prohibition of you shall not render yourself abominable. So abominable, okay, so let's see what it says, and then we add. Here we learn that even when the urge to relieve oneself is not so urgent, it is still forbidden to engage in Torah study and prayer. So even if he wants to go to the bathroom a little, that's what he must do. And they explain, I think we said there, or Mishnah Brura, I remember said that, so it can make, especially men, we're talking about men, sterile. So he would not be able to have children if he holds back. So so basically that's he made himself abomination. That's a big deal, basically. Continue. If one has already prayed, despite feeling need to relieve himself, if he evaluates himself and concludes that when he started his prayer, he would have been able to hold himself back for an amount of the time that takes to walk a parsa, okay, which is an hour and a fifth of an hour, there is 72 minutes, then his prayer is valid after the fact. So here's the thing, so as we said, there is a b'diavad, like after fact. So he already did it, he did not do according to halacha. So the question is, okay, he broke halacha, we said do not pray. He prayed anyway. For example, he did not know, he this, he that. So the question is if he has to pray again, basically. So if he could have held back for an hour and 12 minutes, so which is very long time. So it says, so they explain the meal. Okay, we discussed before, but one more time. So between 2.4 and 2.9 miles, right? See appendix. According to Bir Halacha, he must be able to actually walk that distance without having stopped to relieve himself. So Bir Halacha is more stringent. So it's okay, 1 hour and 12 minutes you can maybe sit or stand or drive in the car and sit on the couch if you want, but walk, that's a different thing. So I would say it's much more stringent. So when you walk, so you would feel the more urge. So okay, so that's the thing. So 1 hour and 12 minutes and plus if you go by stringent opinion while walking, so basically most of the time this prayer was in vain, basically. Let's see. But if he could not have held himself back for that long, even in a case where he has already prayed, his prayer deemed abominable, and he must pray again. So, very straightforward. So you ask me if he can pray, if he's going to lose the minyan. So what can he do? He has to go to the bathroom. Right? That's the halacha. Otherwise, it's like abomination. It's better not to make abomination and pray in yichus by yourself than do this abomination. Commentary. Only Shmona Esra must be repeated. Okay. If one recites Shema and all the other blessings in this state, although one is forbidden to do so, they do not have to be repeated. Mishnah Brura 92.6. Okay. Bir Halacha 92.1. Okay, so basically, okay, so Mishnah Brura give us a huge discount. Yes. So a huge discount, and he said only to repeat Shmona Esra. Okay, continue. So basically, like me personally, I'm trying to be stringent. One of the things it's we have this tradition to accept upon ourselves before Rosh Hashanah some things, right? So some things in the merit of the things, whatever you accept it among yourself. So and you ask HaShem to give you whatever you want to get, right? So they say do not accept big things because many people fail, but small things that you can do, so accept it upon yourself. So many years ago, I accepted to myself to make sure that I use the bathroom like before every Shmona Esrei. Understand? So to be a little stringent, I mean, it's not stringent, it's according to the law, to check yourself. So I'm trying to be careful with that, for example. Right? So okay, but on the other hand, if you check yourself and you didn't want to go, and now in the middle of Shmona Esrei you feel the urge, so it's totally different. You're allowed to finish. There is no problem. But we're going to get to it. Some say that if one is able to hold himself back for the amount of the time that it takes to walk parasa, so meaning this hour and quarter, it is even permitted for him to pray initially. Okay. One may rely on this opinion if he's in such situation that by the time he relieves himself, the time of the prayer would have passed. So meaning even like by individual, it's too late to pray. So commentary. This is only the case with regard to the time of the prayers. However, one should not rely on this opinion to enable him to pray with the minyan. Mishnah Brura 92.5. Okay, so that's Mishnah Brura clarifies it's. I mean, so you're going to lose the mitzvah praying with the minyan, but you still pray it on time, and you check yourself. Okay, so basically, try to go a stricter opinion. Check yourself before the Shemona Esrei, before the prayers and stuff like that. Okay. So next commentary. There's the Kitzur discusses the law that pertain to one who feels the urge to live in himself only after he began the Shemona Esrei. Or see below 1816. So in the laws of Shemona Esrei, we're going to discuss all of these things. Okay, we're going to get to it. Beezrat HaShem.